So today we are going to look at the Constitution of India and its preamble. Many people have been asking me to prepare a video on the Constitution. So I said it's a high time that I begin with a series of videos on the Constitution. So today we are going to begin the first video on the Constitution of India, and of course we are beginning with the preamble of the Constitution. The preamble of the Constitution was introduced or proposed by none other than our Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru on 13th December 1946. He proposed this and he said that would be the core or the essence of the Constitution. Such a wonderful synthesized thoughts put in this preamble of the Constitution. And from there onwards, all the drafting committee members have put their heart and mind and took ideas from different constitutions of the world, and they have made a wonderful, the longest constitution of the world. We have it in India. And let us go to this preamble right now. There are very many people have spoken different things about the Constitution, especially Palkiwala would say the preamble is the identity card of the Constitution. So the political horoscope of Constitution, Munshi would say. So likewise, we have, this is one of the beautiful thing, very synthesized thing we have it is the preamble of the Constitution. There are so many discussions we will be seeing separately in a separate video, whether preamble can be amended or not, whether preamble can be considered, whether it is part of the Constitution or not. There are different opinions based on the Supreme Court judgments. We will look into it. Now, when we go back to the preamble of the Constitution, we see who is the authority according to the Constitution. Preamble is very, very clear. Preamble gives we the people of India. So, the people of India are giving authority to oneself. It is people who make the Constitution by oneself. Then we will ask a question. What is the role of the Parliament? Is it not the Parliament that decides the law? So, we have these three main lines, the executive, legislative and the judiciary. So, we may ask whether the legislative has any power. Yes, the legislative is given power by the people because these are the people who are elected, the representatives of the people. Therefore, we the people of India is the most important word in the Constitution and also in the preamble of the Constitution. So, we the people of India having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular and democratic republic. So, this people by themselves, they give power to oneself to rule, which means the elected representatives. We don't call them rulers because it is not a monarchy. Therefore, we are not under any foreign forces, any dominating forces. We are sovereign. By ourselves, we are independent. So, sovereign, socialist, equally, we are all equals. We are all equals, whether we are rich or poor or whatever may be, we are all equals. And secular, we are all secular. We are not slaves or under anybody. We are all secular and democratic. We elect our leaders. And voluntarily we elect our leaders. When we reach the age of 18, we have the voting power, and thanks be to the citizenship that we go and elect our republic leaders, our country leaders to represent us. It is not to rule us, it is only to represent us. So, if we use the word rulers, we may be wrong because we are sending our representatives to the legislative assembly, to the parliament. So that is how such a wonderful thing. Remember, we have this Constitution after a lot of struggle to get that freedom. We were under somebody. The foreign forces were ruling us. So based on the experience, this particular concept is coming. The proposal is coming from Pandit Nehru. Justice. See, immediately the second line is following. He is bringing justice, social justice, economic justice and political justice. All this. So, socially, we need to establish ourselves as a just society. Irrespective of our caste, creed, and religion and region, we need to be socially, the justice has to be done. And then economically, whether we are poor or rich, the justice has to be served to them, and politically also. Irrespective of ideological crisis and clashes, we ensure that justice to everybody. Remember, it's the people who make, all of us, we the Indian citizens, we make this constitution for ourselves. Liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship. So we are free to think. There are so many countries where people cannot think for themselves. They have to only follow the orders. Whereas India, we are free to think. We are free for independent thinking. And therefore, there's a very beautiful thing that is given in the preamble of the Constitution. Expression. We are free to express our feelings. Though this expression has to be not the way we want, but the way it is acceptable to the other people. So because I like to express my anger and I like to destroy. No, that is not accepted way of expression. So we need to express in the way that is acceptable to the others. And therefore, this thought, even our thinking process, because the thought process cannot be described or viewed. Therefore, the expression is result of the thought process. And therefore, when we express our anger, there is a particular way that we need to express that anger, that is where the Constitution giving us belief. I have certain belief in my religion, and you may have a belief in another religion. I accept that as you are. I respect that your belief, and that is what is ensured in this Constitution, the preamble of the Constitution. Faith. I am free to follow or practice my faith and worship the way I feel comfortable with to worship. See, India has got thousands of religions, and we are all sort of inter-religious, intercultural, inter-regional. It's such a beautiful thing to have. So it is not one religion that rules or dominates. We intermingle with other religion and we accept the other religious person as they are. So it is liberty is there. That liberty is given in this preamble of the Constitution. Equality of status and of opportunity. So irrespective of our political or financial or religion and regional differences, we are equals. So that is in the Constitution 14 to 18, we see the equality is emphasized there. We have, the preamble is very, very clear about that how we need to have equality of opportunity, equality of status, both are ensured in this Constitution. So we are equals among the unequals. We may be, some people may have more money, but that doesn't ensure them that they are above somebody. We are all human persons, so the humanity is emphasized, and therefore such a wonderful thing that is in this preamble of the Constitution. Fraternity and dignity of individual. So dignity of individual is respected in this Constitution, and that is ensured by affirming that we have a preamble. Preamble is the core or the essence of the whole, the longest constitution in this world. And such a wonderful thing that we have. I'm sure that you have got some knowledge of this preamble. And we will be discussing in the next video what is, whether preamble can be amended or whether preamble can be considered part of the constitution. Those things we will be discussing. And remember, 26th November 1949, this constitution is accepted. And when was it implemented? It was implemented, as we know, 26th January 1950. So I'm sure that you have understood the gist of, though it takes at least a day to explain the whole concept in detail, but I want my video to be very short so that the viewers, you can understand the core concept of it. Certainly, if there is any other clarifications, you can post it in the comments, and certainly I will be happy to explain to you in another video. Thank you.